I'm excited to do this. This is something I've never really done before, and I really hope that it turns out okay. Okay, so basically, what we're doing today is I have my friend Ben, my friend
Hi,
named Ben, on the call with
how you
me,
doing?
and we're gonna be
How you guys
reacting
doing?
to
I hope
an
you
album.
guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing good. I put Ben onto this album. It's a ambient album you might have heard before. It's called An Empty Bliss Beyond This World.
By the Caretaker.
Anyway, obviously, what do you think of the album cover? Like, what do you see when you see the album cover?
Um. Okay. So when I look at it, I see, well, obviously there's a rock, with a match coming out of it.
Standing on a pedestal.
Yes, it looks like it's made of like oil paint.
Yeah. The artwork is done by a guy named Ivan Seal. He's also from Britain, like the Caretaker. The Caretaker and Ivan Seal are great friends, and the album covers for a bunch of his work are Ivan Seal's paintings.
This is nice. Yeah,
Anyway,
I like the cover. I've listened to a bit of the album just before stream, just to like get a taste of what it's like, and it's nice. If we look
I also
through
have a
some of
YouTube
the
channel too.
song titles.
Anyway, he has a lot of different albums, but a lot of them aren't on Spotify because of copyright issues with his old record label that he created called VVM Records. It was shut down and then he moved over to his new record label, History Always Favors the Winners. So none of his earlier work is on Spotify, but there are re-uploads on YouTube. You can only get his old work on CDs.
Okay. So Vortex asked the caretaker, or the he said the caretaker is the guy that made It's Just a Burning Memory. Is that correct, Ben?
It is not just it's just a burning memory. He has had a discography of 20 years of music.
Let's check
He
the
is more than
discography.
just one backroom song.
Let's check the discography.
He
So
you're not going to see albums because they aren't on Spotify. He
we got
reluctantly
we have persistent repetition of phrases, patience
from
after
2008.
Sigald,
It's from
everywhere,
2008 2012.
everywhere, an empty bliss,
That's his last album, 2019.
an empty bliss beyond this world,
2011. His
uh,
breakthrough album that got him his fame.
everywhere at the end of time,
Stage 6, which is
stage 6,
2019.
stage
Now,
5,
which is 2018.
stage 4, stage 3, stage 2, stage 1.
4 is 2018, 3 is 17, so is stage 2, and stage 1 is 2016. What he did with Everywhere at the End of Time, it's one album, but turned into 6 mini albums that were released every 6 months, so that you could visit the Caretaker every 6 months, like visiting an older relative.
I guess disclaimer before we start, this is not going to be a stream that can be used to re-listen or to listen to the album without Spotify or anything like that.
Listen to it on Spotify, YouTube.
Our
There's ton
link.
or Bandcamp. He has a
Okay.
lot of music that he has a lot of outtakes that he hasn't made public. Anyway, shall we start with the first track? All you're wanting to do is get back there.
Yeah, let's do this. I like this already.
I also know the samples for all these albums. I can't hear the audio, but I'll put some on my record player so I can get a reference.
It
So
immediately, I feel like the album immediately starts very like relaxing, calm. It's a nice instrumental. It's really pleasant and nice to listen to.
This is Romance by Hal Kemp and his orchestra from 1934. One thing you might notice is that after a while, do you notice how it goes back to the same opening series of notes? How it's just like again?
Yes, I do notice that.
Well, it's because the Caretaker did something to the songs called looping. Looping, I guess, is the Caretaker's way of either isolating parts of the song that the Caretaker likes or memory loss. However, looping is pretty prevalent in his entire discography.
Okay.
Anyway, this feels kind of like I'm at a bar in New York City. Everyone's got like a top hat on. Not a top hat, but like a hat. They're all like smoking cigars and they're ordering drinks. However, it's crazy that this album is as old as me now.
Yes, it says 2024 on the release date on Spotify, but it is actually from a very long time ago.
2011 to be specific.
Yes.
Anyway, this album, I need to think. I need to get some I need to get my words together. Anyway, my album is an unopened album from the reprint in 2020 when he did a festival in France. It's an unopened one, and I opened it after 5 years of being sealed.
We are now listening to Moments of Sufficient Lucidity.
Lucidity.
Lucidity, thank you.
This one, what do you think of this one?
It kind of sounds like when you're in the IKEA, you're shopping in the showroom.
The IKEA.
Yeah, the IKEA.
Maybe it's the low fidelity.
It's the low fidelity, the key that it's in.
Anyway, this song and a lot of these songs were purchased from old 78s that the Caretaker had bought when he went on a trip to New York City. He bought a bunch of records for I think $5 and used them to make these songs. Anyway, these are old ballroom music from mainly the 20s, 30s, and 40s, but some outliers from earlier on.
Okay.
Anyway,
as well, if we look at this cover as well, we can see the how it's painted in oil paint. We talked about this earlier, but the Caretaker does have an artist that does all of his album covers for him.
His name is Ivan Seal. You should check out his work. They're both from Manchester, United Kingdom. Well, this is actually taken straight from an old shellac 78 because records back then were made of shellac, so bug excretions, and they spun at 78 RPM. Typical records nowadays spin at only 33, or the small ones that kind of look like CDs spin at 45. Do you know it? Do you remember this?
I don't.
Well, it's because this is one of the big themes of the Backrooms. This song is associated with the Backrooms. And it seems like J Nero 24 is like intrigued. Anyway, and Vortex. Anyway, this song is one of the main songs used in the Backrooms. Libet's delay, or Libet's delay, is named after French neuroscientist Benjamin Libet. And Libet's delay is the brief moment when you touch something and then feel it. There's a brief period in between that, and it's called Libet's delay.
I'm learning a lot here, and it's interesting.
8 million streams, that's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
This one's nice and chill too. It does feel like you're in a bar somewhere. Feels like you're in a bar.
A bar in Italy or France.
Like New York City, I feel.
New York?
You've ended up in some strange bar in New York City, but the people are friendly, so you stay there. Even though they probably wouldn't because it's New York City.
Right.
What has been your favorite song so far out of the 4?
I think Libet's delay.
This one is a community favorite, along with the other first. Anyway, I want to see how many streams each one has, because I want to measure how popular they are. Anyway, we're about to get to the title track.
An Empty Bliss Beyond This World?
Yeah, that's the title track.
Mm-hmm.
And it samples one of the most sampled songs in this whole project, The Wedding of the Painted Doll by Leighton and Johnstone.
Okay.
Anyway, this samples I Guess I Expected Too Much by Wayne King. You notice the talking in the background? Right?
Yes.
Right now. That's one of the members of Leighton and Johnstone singing. Turner Leighton, who was the guy. He did the piano and singing, and he is the guy talking in the background. It's sampled from another song of his. Anyway, he died in 1983. So that's pretty crazy. 1983.
I'm at Camaraderie at arm's length.
What do you want to make the thumbnail of this?
I don't know.
Do you want to put like an image of the album cover reacting to An Empty Bliss Beyond This World with special guest Ben? With special guest Ben N on it in big text.
Yes.
With the album cover somewhere. Post-aware. Now, here's the thing. The Everywhere at the End of Time albums are categorized into 2 categories. They are lucid stages and post-awareness stages. The lucid stages are stages 1, 2, and 3, while post-awareness is 4, 5, and 6. Lucid is only around 40 minutes per stage, but post-awareness is an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Because the lucid stages are single LPs, while the post-awareness stages are double LPs.
Got it.
Now, you might be calling these tracks not by their actual names, but just by A1, A2, etc.
Right.
It's easier because some of the track titles are very long, and especially in post-awareness.
Okay.
Anyways, stage 1 has sides A and B of Everywhere at the End of Time. Stage 2 has sides C and D. Stage 3 has E and F. Stage 4 has G, H, I, and J. Stage 5 has K, L, M, N. And then stage 6 has O, P, Q, R. And post-awareness stages, instead of having individual tracks, they have 120 or so minute long post-awareness track, which has different layers with different samples coming in at different times. But they only they don't have separated tracks. It's one track for the entire side of the record.
Right.
Hope you got all that.
Yeah, I think so.
I hear you, music.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my favorite one. There's an alternate version of this song that is a bit more slowed down that is sampled in a lot of post-awareness.
Right. Oh, and this links to his Bandcamp.
Yeah. There's an alternate version of An Empty Bliss Beyond This World called An Empty Beyond This World that is a fan project created to try to butcher this album.
But like, just really.
And it
butcher
has
it?
and it has a lot of, and there's some swear words in the title track. So if you're trying to keep this family friendly, don't look at the track titles.
No, I
However,
won't.
it's an interesting project and kind of sounds like if old Caretaker and new Caretaker had a baby.
What's new
Yeah,
Caretaker like?
Then this is the new Caretaker.
This is
anything this An Empty Bliss Beyond This World in post is new. Everything else is old.
So when's the most recent album that the Caretaker has released?
2019.
2019.
That's when it's titled Everywhere An Empty Bliss and is the last album, the final album for the moniker.
And will Caretaker ever make any new albums, do you think?
No, because the Caretaker died. Not Leland Kirby, but the alias died. This is all about dementia. This is the prelude to dementia. And Everywhere at the End of Time stages 1 through 6 represent the neural degeneration over time.
Of the alias?
Yeah, of the Caretaker. But the Caretaker has dismembered audio for the past 20 years.
Right. Alright, thanks guys for watching. I hope this was a fun stream, and I will see you in the next one.